Good morning. It's November 2nd, and in 4 days, there will be a supposed illegal election going on in the United States again. Now, interesting things are happening today. Lots of interesting things. Now, as people keep going up to the website, they see the last one, and it scares the fucking shit out of people. I'm sorry, folks. But it's come down to revelations and much more. However, I want to get back to this aspect of reality. So hold on one second. In those situations, the woman makes all kinds of options. But Amendment 6 would let politicians now, I have here, of course, my little speaker, okay, which is fantastic. Last night, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I finally went to sleep till 7. When I woke up, I took a $20 bill, went downstairs, and had breakfast. And enjoyed it. And now I'm enjoying a beautiful coffee as it is. Okay? And enjoying the beautiful view out my window. It's beautiful here in Florida. And I'm going to read USA Today. Now, this is a great newspaper, okay? Of course, there's some things in it that don't make any sense, but we're going to go beyond it, okay? Let's start out with page 1. Former Penn State president charged. Concealed child sex abuse. Here we go again. Now, you know that I posted on Jeff Fisher Addresses the World, Part 1. I want everyone who listens to this immediately, no matter what, while they're doing all these other YouTubes, to make sure that they, every moment, every day, every time you do it, to go back to Jeff Fisher Addresses the World, Part 1. Listen to it and read the comments. Open up anything. If you can't see any words, open it up. Say show all. Click on the spam that says show and read. You'll be reading for 4+ years alone without even checking out a link, and you will see enough information. The recent information I posted up there is extremely important because it all happened and it was all registered. The Library of Congress covered this even. For God's sake, when the Library of Congress covers something, they double, triple, quadruple check every aspect. That's why John Kerry got away with it. God didn't get away with this fucking dumb lie about Swiftboat. My whole life is documented. Every agency around the world knows who I am. My God, I've been inspected so many times. Take your fucking clothes off. Let's look at this. Do you have any tattoos on your body? Where are your scars? They're here. There's no tattoos, of course. The Vatican. Pope Benedicto doesn't want to tell you about the Vatican, his investigation he did of me. Okay? And I'm talking about recently. He's had the Vatican hounding me for the last 2+ years, including having agents come into a prison to talk to me, posing as a guard, a CO. I knew better, but it didn't matter. He just wanted. I kept trying to tell him they're forgiven. Yet they still continue the fucking cover up because they don't want to deal with the aspect of revelations and thinking that God's coming back. He's already here. They don't like it that I'm very adamant. They keep forgetting. They are one of the biggest sinners in the church. Now money has been eliminated. It's been eliminated. The United States government, the largest debtor in the world, paid off its debt thanks to Ambassador Leo Wanda. Write to freedomofrights@gmail.com and he will forward to Mr. Wanda your questions. And Mr. Wanda might make a YouTube telling you about everything. He may have to do it in the way Anonymous does it because they don't want to reveal. Anonymous lives in Florida as it is. His last name is Tom. It's not Tom Hennigan, folks. Far from that. I'm not going to tell you his first name. But his last name is Tom. And why am I saying this? Because the world needs to know. Because these people are heroes. And they need credit. Because the world is finding out. They're going to want to know who everybody is. Everybody. Including Ezra Fulson, Seymour J. Hirsch, all these people, Jackie Ann Watkins, Mary Schneider, John Peeler, Tom Hennigan, Stu Webb. The people that died that were very good. One was named Sherman, amazing man. I have a life. My first grade teacher, Mrs. Blanchard. My second grade teacher, Mrs. Hotelling. Mrs. Barnes. Mrs. Warner in 5th grade. Mr. Wenger, of course. Coach McDivitt. There's so many people in my life. Yet you go online and you find out that they've eradicated me out of classmates.com. I don't need to, but you can call anybody. Where's Jeffrey Rogoff? Yeah, Rogoff was my little name. I was abused as a child, so when you go and ask my parents certain things, my mother, and they're going to tell you he doesn't exist. He didn't do this. Well, let's see. I got abused in all kinds of ways, including sexually, okay? By family members, neighbors, and priests. But I turned it all around. And I fight for everyone's rights. I don't hold a grudge, but I do expose. I don't want it to happen to anybody else like it happened to me. So you talk to all of my neighbors when I was a kid, you'll find out I was a good kid. He was always constantly outside playing basketball in the rain and everything. This guy was getting abused inside the house. I also love to play sports. That's besides the point. I'm not angry with them. They've all been forgiven. They got God in their life, all of them. But I was really surprised when I found out my youngest sister, Cynthia, would make a Facebook, and yet I wasn't listed. Where am I? No one wants to list me. It's because they're Zionists. They don't want to believe that Israel was behind all this, on top of the religious aspects, and they don't want to admit that there was child abuse going on. I think all of his kids were abused in some way, and I got a feeling Cindy was. And my ex-wife, I know her father abused her. He liked to play with her tits. He even sucked on them once in a while. She used to tell me how she loved it when this guy named Bob something. She dated him in school. And he loved it. She loved it when he kissed her breasts and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. There's kids, okay? Nothing big. But the way she talked about it continuously. And Bob's a nice guy. Really nice guy. He's in drum and bugle and all this stuff. Good guy. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. But she kept telling me, I want you to smell like my daddy. And then finally I realized it. Her father had abused her. And she didn't know what to do because she loved him and is a power struggle. He didn't go any further than that, but that's far enough. Then he got pissed off at me because I dated her. I broke her flower. Oh, I'd sit there and we'd tell them, oh, we're living. Yeah, we were living. We're living together most of the time, but yes, I shared a room over on Walnut Street on the other side, which had holes in the roof and everything else. But when push came to shove, I was in bed with Amy. I ended up marrying her. I'm not recommending that to anybody. I'm recommending people get married first and then make love. I made love to her a lot. She kept telling me, would you smell more like my daddy? That bugged the shit out of me. At first it didn't. Then I realized, what the hell's going on? I really feel sorry for Amy. She'll find the right man. She will in time. Irving, you've been fucking exposed on so many things. You cheated the government like everybody else. You got out on a medical disability in the military. You were in the Air Force. And you come out and you collect a paycheck continuously. I know it may not seem like a lot of money to the world, but you know what? You kept collecting it. I bet you collected it right to this day. I bet you're getting a fucking check from the government. Well, there's no more fucking money anyhow. Yeah, this became a personal thing. You should have seen what they did. They destroyed my computers and everything else, and they bragged about it. You just have to Google his name, Irving and Judy Fisher, with Roger Raincourt, and you'll find stuff, okay? On top of what was inside No More Fraud. There's so much going on. And this turned out to be the biggest conspiracy in history, and everybody supposedly went against me. But there were all kinds of people that are with me. I have a tremendous following around the world, as it is. Could have just told the truth. Read what I write. Look at those links and read. Then you tell me, who's right? Is it right for them to continuously cover this up? What about that little child sitting there recently that's on the line that I finally got posted on, okay? Okay, she's complaining about Obama and Romney, okay? And Gary Johnson's trying to capitalize on it. He's trying to capitalize on that. That son of a fucking bitch has known all about me for more than 3+ years with Al. Al's spoken to him many times. I've been there. Okay, I've been in his fucking office. I was in disguise. You'll find that out in another YouTube. I get around. I'm a little better than they think. I have a chance to leave. Go to Glasgow. Really. All I have to do is send an email to Richard's personal email address. I'm getting emails sent to me that I'm forwarding to him, okay? Regarding other people. Okay? Because it's important, especially ones I make YouTubes about. And I know Richard will pick it up. And he'll contact them. But if this continues, what do I do? I'm not going to let this election take place. Al Gore is the duly elected President of the United States. Go to Jeff Fisher Addresses the World, Part 1. So this one's going to be entitled Jeff Fisher Addresses the World, Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be an interesting one. Okay. Have a blessed day. Aren't you guys getting sick and tired of the fucking bullshit of the lies I do? Aren't you getting sick and tired of the fucking Jewish media not controlling everything? Aren't you fucking tired of it? It's Christmas time, for God's sake. They'll talk about Christmas, but they won't talk about growing together. David Lopez Blas, Bay Point School, stolen elections. They won't come down to the truth. And that court case is huge, and those links are right up there for you to read. I'm not going to post anymore, except I'm going to say, Jeff Fisher Addresses the World, Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Click now. Have a blessed day. As Jane says, ta-ta.